Oh shit. What is that? What is that?
If you clicked on this video, the chances are you've watched the AMC's The Walking Dead, or at the very least know of it. And like many of you, I grew up watching The Walking Dead. It holds a special place in my heart that very few shows have. August 17th, 2023, the announcement trailer for the brand new Walking Dead game was released. The game looked like shit. Well, it still does look like shit, but that's beside the point. After taking one look at that announcement trailer, and that $40 price tag, I knew the game was gonna be a joke, so I forgot about it. Until yesterday, when I randomly came across a Steam key of Destinies available for $19 on G2A. I'm not sponsored by G2A, but I do have an affiliate link in my description if you're interested. I find myself using it all the time to get crazy deals on games. I mean, just look at my Steam library, half of these games I got from G2A. Alright, we keep getting off track. I'm sure you all know what live action adaptations are. Recently, we've been seeing quite a few live action adaptations of games. More recently, Season 1 of the Fallout series was just released, and it has been very well received by the fans of the Fallout series. I have yet to watch it myself, but as a fan of the Fallout games, I guarantee it'll have a spot in my top 5. But what happens when a TV show gets a video game adaptation? It's not working. It's not working. Can I hit them through here? Yo, W farm.
Sneak around those walkers. Piece of cake.
Say that again? Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. This game is nothing but a soulless cash grab with zero passion or love for the main series. The script seems like it was written by a 15-year-old, but The Walking Dead Destinies was developed by Flux Game Studios, a game studio out in Brazil. They're also the developers behind both of the terrible Cobra Kai games alongside others. What I don't understand is how these people keep getting the rights to movies and TV shows because they are always so bad. I assume the basis for the title of the game Destinies is because they included very limited story-changing choices, so you can kinda change the outcome of the game. What do you mean we diffuse the situation? Because that's what we did, didn't we? And then we handcuffed him. Didn't we diffuse the situation by handcuffing him? Isn't the same thing? It's a cool what if, but they went about it in the worst way possible. You only get these choices a few times, and the worst part is, any character can die if you pick the wrong choice, and this can lead to any perks you buy for them rendered useless. Speaking of the perk system, it's stupid. It feels like they just threw it in because the gameplay lacked any depth or progression, and believe me, it does. There are barely any perks at all. It feels pointless. They made them cost so much, and the only reason they cost as much as they do is because for some reason, they decided to make the skill points an unnecessary item that you have to make your way to pick up, when it should just be something you unlock for leveling up or literally anything else. Why are there so many playable characters? It feels unnecessary and forced. You better hope you planned out your perks beforehand because you might lose a ton of skill points for no reason. The 2-minute loading screens were torture. There was absolutely no reason for this game to be taking that long between each scene. Even responding from death usually takes around a minute or two. The game begins how you would expect Rick waking up in the hospital. Oh, I see where the budget went.
Look how they massacred my boy.
There are a few walkers on the street after the barricade. Let's get you some clothes before we deal with them.
Alright, how about I get a weapon before I deal with them? Where's Dwayne? I guess Dwayne just doesn't exist in this universe. But don't think too much into it. Neither does Andrea, Amy, Jim, Jackie, Morales and his family, Ed, Otis, Reese, Sasha, all of the prisoners except Andrew, Martinez, Tara, and her sister. And excluding Beth and Maggie, the rest of the Herschel family just doesn't exist. So pretty much every single supporting cast member that isn't an immediate villain or a vital or playable character was cut. You can really see the thought and work that went behind creating the level designs. All seriousness, the level design is so bad. I really don't understand how these levels were played and actually published. But then again, I can say that about the whole game. Every single encounter with the zombies is the exact same every single time. It gets extremely repetitive really fast. You have to sneak around these zombies with the worst AI in gaming. The paths are incredibly linear. It's clear that they did not care at all when working on it. Areas are so obviously blocked off, and you're always boxed in heading in a straight line. there's absolutely zero immersion when playing the game. It doesn't help that the melee combat is atrocious. The hitboxes are basically hit or miss. If you get behind a zombie, they will immediately attach to you before you can take them down with a stealth kill. And you have to constantly mash your keyboard every 5 seconds because even though you're mid-swing, a zombie will grab onto you. You better hope that there aren't more around because the moment they start gripping on you, your health will be drained at an insane rate. You get a second life though. It's called the panic state, and when you're in it, you get iframes for like 5 whole seconds. And you are limited to only light attacks, heavy attacks, or dodging. A terrible way to handle a second life. Why does it change every time? Chances are, if you are panicked, the only thing that will help you is dodging. So why isn't the panic state only limited to dodging? You have a light attack and a heavy attack. Use these to stun the zombie until a knife pop up, indicating that you can finish it off. Or just keep wailing on it until you chop off the head. They bring in all these random gameplay styles and gameplay loops that don't mix well at all, and then just mash them all up into one game. The whole stun it to finish it off gameplay loop was a terrible idea. This makes melee way more of a process than it needs to be, and it wouldn't be terrible if finishing the zombie did not completely drain your stamina bar. So you just have to run away or lead the zombie in circles until your stamina is regained. Don't even get me started on the guns. It's not just the guns themselves, but whatever camera aim setup they got going on for the guns is terrible. I'm pretty sure this game was made with controllers in mind though, so I wouldn't be surprised if they neglected mouse and keyboard. Although I can't confirm that because I refuse to install the game again. Knowing them, they might have just neglected the camera in general. I've played up until the prison, and I don't plan on playing past it because it's not worth the toll it's taking on me, but I have completed 2 acts, and I have 2 more left, and I've yet to play pretty much anyone but Shane, Rick, Glenn, and Daryl. Why do they have all these characters? Why would I want to play Lori or Carl? It doesn't make any sense. Why are they playable characters? We shouldn't even be playing Glenn at all. The only 2 people who should be the main characters are Rick and Shane, until the inevitable fight when obviously any fan of the show is going to choose to save Shane because we all want to see it. And while I like the idea of choices that change the story, they rely too much on how the choices affect the gameplay and not how the story is told. When I say this, I mean they wanted the choices you make to actually have weight to them. And since there's literally no story at all, they focused on the fact that making a story-changing decision will more than likely kill one of the people, removing them from your playable group. They did this to get away with the half-assed storyline they threw together on a school night. I think you get the idea. This game is a terrible shit show, and I don't know how they got the rights to The Walking Dead, and how they got the original voice actors, not all of them, but some of them. I just don't understand it. Well, with that being said, I believe this concludes this video. I hope you have all enjoyed watching me completely bash The Walking Dead Destinies. It truly is a terrible game, and I will never play it again. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Look how they massacred my boy.